Hey guys, it's Paige. Welcome back to my channel. Today is my differences video number 13, I believe. If that's incorrect, then I will correct it on the screen, but I think that's correct. I just sat down to film my differences part 12, so if you recognize this outfit, hi guys, it's me again. It's because I started talking about my differences and I thought I was talking for a long time because I always am. Like, why do I do that? I just ramble and ramble and ramble. Ooh. So I just thought that I would just make this 13th that I didn't have to cut out any content for you guys. So with that being said, let's head into differences number 13. The condiment wrappers are so different in America versus Australia. So in Australia, and you guys, like, I'm really bad at using the packages in Australia, and I feel like you can't get that much out, but there's like these little plastic containers. Like I said, I'll try to find a picture, and like the hole is like in the middle, and you squeeze, like you like bend the package like this, and it's like a pre-cut hole, and when you squeeze it, it just like, it comes out, and it's really hard plastic, so you can't, like, when you get to the end, like you can't get all the sauce out, whereas in America, we use one of these, and it's like a, and then you spread it like this. I like the American one better just because you can get all of it out of it, but the Australian one, sometimes when I'm trying to squirt it, like, you gotta have like aim with those things. Like, I feel like you guys are like grow up with it, so it's easier for you, but like Americans everywhere, if you've been to Australia, tell me, did you struggle to? I'd be like, ugh, I got it on my hand, like, instead of the fries. Also, one of the funniest differences is like things in Australia will say American flavored. Like, what? I just, American flavored. What the heck is an American flavor? Like hypertension, high fructose corn syrup, too much salt? Is that what American flavored is? Like, no, honestly, like, and that's just so funny as somebody who's from America. Some of my subscribers from the Philippines, imagine if somebody was like Philippines flavored, like, you would be like, what? This is weird, but yeah, because it's not saying like American food, which I would understand so much more, like an American hot dog, an American burger, but like American flavored mustard, American flavored tomato sauce, like that stuff gets me every time. I'm like, what do you mean American flavored? That is so funny. And in America, I never see stuff that says Australian flavored, but maybe I'm crazy, but I've never seen it. Next one, in America, if you go to like fast food, they are so freaking annoying with the amount of napkins they give you. They're like, all right, here's just 20 napkins, let's just put it in your bag, and there you go. And you're like, wow, I didn't need 1,000 napkins. Did you just kill the whole rainforest to put this in my bag? Okay, hi. But in Australia, they just like don't give you napkins, and so if you're somebody like me, you just are a messy Marvin, and you just be like, oh, time to wipe. What? Oh, no. And then you're just a dirty, nasty American like this in Australia. And all the posh Australians are like, oh, look at the American girl. What a mess. She's a slob. And you're like, yeah. Maybe that's just me. But anyway, they will give you napkins. You just have to ask. So the difference is in America, they just throw you a million and they're like way more than you need. I feel like it's actually really wasteful, to be honest, but in Australia you just have to ask, which is probably smarter because if you, and these are my experiences, like I feel like, I don't know why, I can already hear the comments like, we do give out napkins, yes we do. Like, I'm just telling you from my experiences. Okay. So the next difference is that like, legitimately in your commercials for McDonald's, and I think even on like, yeah, for sure on signs, I've seen it, you guys say Maccas in Australia, which is cool because like in my first video, which everyone is still like, you said Maccas, sorry, I said it with my American accent when I had been in Australia for less than a week. What you want me to do? My bad. But Maccas, so that's what Australians, like the slang or like how you guys call McDonald's, and but it's not just like something that you guys say casually in the streets, like, oh, like, yeah, like Macca's. No, you guys have it on your posters, on your signs, and in your commercials. It's like, I can't do your accent, so I'm just gonna say it in my American accent, sorry, but like, come to Macca's and pick up a freaking chicken nugget. I mean, you guys don't have chicken nuggets there, but you get what I'm saying. Like, oh. In the commercials itself, in the advertisements itself, like they say the slang for McDonald's, and I think that's really cool. And I'm actually very curious of like the history of that. Like, where did Macca's originate from? Like, was it just something that like Australians all started saying amongst themselves, and like the corporation was like caught onto your slang, or did McDonald's itself, the corporation, start being like, hey, we're Macca's, we're cool, call us that? Comment down below if you know. But yeah, in America, it's just called McDonald's all the time. We ain't as cool as y'all. The next difference is that in Australia, you get your grades so much slower, and that is like super hard because for somebody like me, like I want to know if I did poorly on something, or I want to hear the teacher's feedback so that I can do better. So like in America, it's very common to get your grades back within like a week of doing it. So that could be like the next day, that could be within 7 days, and like if it's 2 weeks from the date that you turned it in, that's like more like a long period of time. You're kind of like, what's happening? Like, why haven't they turned it in? And a month is pretty much unheard of. Whereas in Australia, like a month was like normal to not have heard back about my homework, and I was like freaking out because when you're somebody who's used to hearing back within like about a week, you can make adjustments to your work, and if the teacher's like, hey, I really didn't like this, I didn't like this, I didn't like this, you can adjust it. So I was freaking out in Australia. I was like, oh no, like am I doing wrong? Which is really cool that I actually ended up getting good grades over there, but it was stressful just because I'm not used to it. But yeah, so the time that, and this could just be the school that I went to in Australia, but the time that it takes to get your grades in my experience is a lot longer. So the sushi is a lot cheaper in Australia, which is really, really cool. I'm not sure exactly why that is. Maybe because Australia is closer to the place that sushi originated. Now, maybe I just made that up and I just sound like the most ignorant piece of crap that exists, but I think that's correct, that Australia is closer. So sushi is cheaper in Australia than it is in America. You can get like full-on rolls, and also you guys get like, you get the full roll. So in America, it's always sliced in the, you know, like how sushi comes in the slices, whereas in Australia, a lot of times I would get the full-on roll, and then you like, I don't know if I was just doing this wrong, but I would like bite it. Is that incorrect? Sorry. But in America, like you never get the full roll unless you get like a wrap, which is still, it's different than the roll. They always slice it for you in America. Maybe that's because we're lazy. I don't know. But I actually really liked getting the full roll, and it was also just cheaper. Much cheaper actually. That is a difference. The sushi is cheaper and you can get the full roll very commonly. The next difference is that the prevalence of roundabouts in Australia was very alarming, not in a bad way, but just like, whoa, like I just noticed it compared to America. Again, this could just be where I'm from, but we have a lot of stop signs where I'm from, at least. And most places in the US, I feel like it's pretty like stop sign friendly. That's like the traffic stop of choice if it's not a stoplight. But in Australia, it was a lot of, you guys know what around. Oh my gosh, if I don't stop burping. The indigestion is real. But yeah, like a roundabout instead of a stop sign. And I asked an Australian why that was once, and I think they told me to keep traffic flowing, like it's quicker to do a roundabout than it is to like come to a complete stop. And then if there's like 4 cars there, like you guys are like, you know, but if it's the roundabout, you guys can all just kind of like, yeah, so there are roundabouts in the US. It's just like there's a lot more from what I noticed in Australia, like a lot more. And you guys still have stop signs in Australia too, but it's just, if you come to the US, you would see a lot more stop signs, at least if you came to where I'm from. So some of my notes, I don't really know what they mean because I've like haven't been in Australia in a while, but this says random drug test on the side of the road, and I'm wondering if that was like something that was happening. Like I think maybe in Australia you can randomly get drug tested or something. Maybe, I don't really know what that note means. I should have like written in more detail. I probably just thought I would remember, but yeah, I don't really know what that means. I know that in America we don't have random drug tests on the side of the road. We have breathalyzers, but in Australia, will you comment down below and let me know if you guys do have random drug tests on the side of the road, or what I meant by that note. And if you don't know and I'm just crazy, that's cool too, but let me know what I meant by that. And if you guys correct me, I will totally put it in my next video. So I kind of talked about this a bit in one of my videos, but the housing and buildings in America, the housing and building in Australia that are still fairly new, and this could be within the city, because I kind of talked about this in the context of like living in more like domestic like houses, but this is talking about more in the city and businesses and things like that. Businesses that are considered old in Australia, like the buildings are old and stuff, would not be considered old in America. So I just think the span for how we consider things like old or not is just different for commercial buildings as well as for houses, from my experience. Okay, this difference, you guys, there's a thing called lemon, lime, and bitters, And lemon lime and bitters is this Australian drink. I'll put a picture on the screen. It's really freaking good. Like, it's amazing. But it's like really prevalent. It's just like, it's like Sprite or 7-Up in the US if you're an American. It's just like a drink that is very freaking common. And in America, it's just not. Like, not only is it not common, but we don't have it. Like, I had never ever heard of lemon lime and bitters. And in Australia, it's like everyone talks about it. Everyone's like, yeah, like lemon lime and bitters. And a fun fact, like lemon lime and bitters has like 1% alcohol or like 0.005% alcohol or something weird like that. Like, because I remember someone telling me like, this is the only alcoholic drink that you're allowed to drink while you're here, and I was like cracking up because it was like this, like, you know, like it like didn't have really any alcohol in it because like kids drink it. But yeah, Australia has lemon lime and bitters, and in America we have no type of equivalent. I can't remember what the flavors are. I'll try to put them on the screen. I'll look it up and put them on the screen. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys for being the best subscribers ever. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Please leave some comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! So now let's get into how you guys can win. First, I just want you to know that if you message me or comment on one of my pictures, our